Importance of meat and value addition to mutton and Chevon. This is the outline of my presentation. First, I am going to enlighten the meat consumption pattern in India and what is the nutritive value of mutton and Chevon and the chemical composition of mutton and Chevon and what are the benefits for meat consumption and then different value-added mutton and Chevon products and then entrepreneurial development in sheep and goat farming, employment opportunities in value-added mutton and Chevon products, and what are the financial assistance is available for establishing small-scale value-added mutton and Chevon products or small-scale meat processing industry, and then conclusions. Meat is a fundamental part of human diet in thousands of years. You can see it is not new, the consumption of the meat. You can see very ancient yugas, either Kuta Yuga or Treta Yuga, all kings what we read in Ramayana, the Mahabharata are Sukshatriyas. Their staple food is meat. And they used to go for hunting of the animal. What are the abundant availability or affluent availability of the animals they are going to hunt and they are used to eat. So it is not new and meat is not a fancy food and it is also not a high costly or premier food. It is a stable food. You can go to Western countries also, their day start with meat and their day ends with the meat products only. But in Indian scenario, the condition is a little bit different. We are orthodox and religious, and still many parts of India, the consumption pattern of meat is different. You can go to North India, especially Rajasthan, Gujarat, and meat is less consuming states in India. You can come to South India, especially Telangana and Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Kerala. These are voracious meat-eating states. In especially eastern parts also, West Bengal plays #1 state. Yes, to people consuming this non-vegetarian. It is followed by Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, and next Tamil Nadu. Then for consumption of the meat, lot of essential. Meat is a dense nutritive components. It is having a lot of essential nutrients. By it also contributing the different cultural and social practices around the world. If the people come together, they are going to gather it. Their dish is mainly meat, 99.9% meat only. And among meat, this animal food is considered as good source of good quality nutrients, especially good fats, proteins, vitamins, and minerals. And compared to plant-originated protein, the digestibility of animal source protein is highest, that is 90 to 97%, while comparing to plant-originated proteins digestibility, that is less than 50%. You can tell the biological value of the animal protein meat, it is 75%. And also you can take the biological value of egg. It is 99, 98 to 100% highest biological value. The purest protein in the nature is egg white, egg albumin. So because of higher biological value, higher digestibility, this meat consumption is very good for human health. You can take the composition, meat composition. It is a good quality of the proteins, good digestible quality, good biological value of the proteins. It is very important. Almost 90 to 22% of the proteins are there. Lipids, good quality of the lipids are also there. See, most of the human health is required good quality fats, especially phospholipid component, neutral lipids, and cholesterol. See, cholesterol, most of the people, the consumer is think that cholesterol is bad for health. But cholesterol is essentially required for maintaining normal biological activity of the consumers. Previously, a lot of misconceptions are there for consumption of the animal meat and also cholesterol. Cholesterol is only present in animal originated fats only. Cholesterol not at all present in any plant originated fats. So cholesterol is required for human body for maintaining normal physiological activities. If we are taking dietary cholesterol and our body is getting these dietary cholesterol, that will be very good and it will go for good maintenance of the health. And also a lot of inorganic compounds, abundant quantity of the calcium is there, phosphorus is there, sulfur is there, potassium is there, iron, cobalt, either macro minerals, micro minerals is having the meat. So see, this images. It is we can go through this image. It is showing that it is having essential omega-3 fatty acids. Many people will depend their consuming different types of the cod liver oil tablets, capsules like that. But meat is also having sufficient quantity of omega-3 fatty acids, especially eicosapentaenoic acid and docosahexaenoic acid. And it is having a good biological quality of the protein and good vitamins, especially a lot of B complex vitamins are there in meat. And last of bioactive compounds, these taurine, creatinine, carnitine, capnosin, these are having active role in different n number of physiological values in the human body. Every day, our body is undergoing, it is taking a lakhs of biological reactions. And all these biological reactions and physiological actions, these bioactive components are essentially required and involving for maintaining our health. You can see the pattern, the consumption pattern of different nutrients. These nutrients are very important for human health and maintaining of our body. You can see the vitamin B. See that red color you are seeing, this red color, that portion, the percentage we are obtaining or getting for our health through meat. This red color, this shows meat, and the green color, it shows the plant origin. And you can see vitamin B12 content. Almost 55% of the vitamin B12 is very important for different functions of the human body. Lysine, good quality amino acids. Total lipids, lysine also 32%. And vitamin B12, 55 to 57%. And histidine, methionine, threonine, and vitamin A, good quantity vitamin A, and protein, leucine, tryptophan, zinc, selenium, and riboflavin. These are essentially required for maintaining of health. If we will consume the meat, this much of the percentage daily we are going to get to our body. Just you can go for consumption of 100 grams or less than 100 grams chunks of meat. So this is one typical thing for consumption of the meat. It will give a good biological value, digestibility. Whatever we are getting, it is easily digestible and assimilated, absorbed through our intestine, and it will elicit its exact action in our body. So you can take the 100 grams of the meat, okay, we will get, see, 55% daily reference intake of niacin, more than 65% of the vitamin B12, and 60% of the selenium, and 45% of the zinc, and 20 to 25% of the iron, and 10% of the fat, and 52% of the proteins we are going to get for just consuming 100 grams of the cooked lean meat only. So in India, today it is a Sunday. Sunday is midday in India. Like in India, Sunday is meat day. So most of the people, they will go to shop at morning. They are going to get either half kg or 1 kg or 2 kg, depending upon that. They are purchasing and they are consuming. And they are getting. But it's not like in Western countries. Every day they are consuming meat. So this much of the nutrients per percent daily reference intake we are going to get by consuming just 100 grams of the cooked lean meat only. So what are the benefits for consumption of the meat? So it is previously I explained that it is good quality proteins and B12 and dietary diversity. If you will take any plant originated food that may contain either fiber alone or protein alone or fat alone, but you can consume the meat, it is a dense complex matrix. It contains a good balanced mix of both proteins, fats, vitamins, and minerals, which will essentially required to support different biological activities of our body. So that is it is a complete balanced diet. But no plant food, it is not having a complete diet. You can take any type of the plant originated food. Suppose you are going to consume the curries now. Curries is having a little bit fiber, protein only. Little bit fiber, fat, and proteins, not carbohydrates. So if you are consuming rice, it is a dense complex of the carbohydrate only. But you can consuming rice, you are not getting any protein portion or fat portion or mineral portion. But you can consume either egg or meat, it is having a complete balanced diet. The next benefit is a cultural and culinary significance. See, in India, you can see from Western India, North India, and Eastern India, and South India, different people is having a different cultural and culinary significance. So they are having their own taste. They are going to cook this meat, and they are preparing their own dishes, and they are enjoying. So that is having, it is having a regional culinary diversity. You can take the Andhra Pradesh, especially in, it is three different, either coastal and Telangana and Rayalaseema people are having a different dishes and a different culinary tastes. Their palatability they are enjoying. So apart from this, for consumption of the meat, they are having a good contribution economically, because most of the people, either directly or indirectly, meat industry in India, more than 5 crore people are involved. Among 140 crores of Indians, 5 crore of the people either directly or indirectly attaching the meat industry. By rearing, not only sheep but goat rearing plays a significant role in rural economies, providing livelihood to the farmers, supporting industries such as the feed production, veterinary services, contributes to national economies through different exports also. So you can see the last year overview of the sheep and goat meat industry, particularly sheep and goat meat production in 2022-2023, as per APIDA data. Total meat production in the country is 9.77 billion tons. You can take the sheep meat, mutton, we will call it mutton, sheep meat, Chevon, goat meat. You can take the sheep meat alone. It is produced 1.026 million tons. It is a 10.51% of total meat production in the country. So it is 9.77 million, not only mutton, chicken, pork, beef, and everything, especially poultry meat. Among that, 10.51% is contributed through sheep meat. And the top 5 sheep meat producing states is Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, next up, Tamil Nadu and Rajasthan. And goat meat production, it is 1.413 million tons, 1.413 million tons. It is contributing 14.47% of total meat production in the country. These are the top meat producing states: West Bengal, Bihar, Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh, Rajasthan. These are 5 top goat meat producing states in the country. Whatever the thing, that sheep meat is Telangana is number 1 place, followed by Andhra Pradesh, and goat meat, it is West Bengal is first place. So India is the largest exporter of sheep and goat meat, but India is ranks number one in buffalo meat. Can come to sheep and goat meat also is exporting. It is a sizable amount of the meat is exporting. 95 lakh 92,308 kgs of sheep and goat meat exported during 2022 to 23, with earnings of 537.18 crores. And major export destinations are United Arab Emirates, Qatar, Kuwait, Maldives, Oman, and other Southeast Asian countries. The main products exported products are especially carcasses, lamb carcasses, sheep, fresh sheep, frozen sheep, and especially meat of with bone and without bone, either fresh or frozen, they are exporting lot. So what is you can come to meat industry. Now we are specifically, what is the specialty of mutton and pork? What is the special? Now we are a lot of meat is there. Pork is there, pig meat, poultry is there, especially beef is there. So what is the specialty of the mutton and chicken? Then we will take a look. So there is no religious taboos for consumption of mutton and chicken. You can take the beef, no Hindu people will touch. You can go for pork. Though pork, pig meat, pork is largest consuming the meat in the world is pork. But in India, Muslims will not touch the pork. So every meat is having its own religious terms, except mutton and chicken. So all people, without hesitation, without any religious taboos, this mutton and chicken, they are going to consume it. So it is having unique in flavor, especially mutton and palatability. Why means the mutton is having higher intramuscular fat, that is called marbling. When during cooking and during eating, especially chewing, we are chewing the mutton chunks, it is having highest 13.3% of the fat is there, marbling. It will mix with our saliva and it will give a good taste. good palatability to the customer or consumer. So that's why most of the consumers will prefer the mutton. And Chevon is very much leaner, especially health conscious consumers. Those they want to take less fat, they will prefer the Chevon. Especially Chevon is very tasty because you can again go through the feeding pattern of the goats. The goats will not, it is not a stall-fed animal. They will go and pick and every corner and nook and corner of this grass and ingredients and different varieties of the feed they will consume and they will deposit their nutrients in the machine. That's why chicken is healthy, lean, less marbling is there, very less intramuscular fat is there, more tasty. So most of the people now it is a summer is a season for conducting a lot of jatras, some ethnic festivals, ethnic religious festivals they are conducting. Their sheep and goat is commonly they are using and they are consuming. So you can take the protein content of the mutton and the chicken is a little bit high compared to the poultry. That is one way. It is having a good fat content. It is a very healthy, and especially these mutton and chicken is having minerals, iron, selenium, zinc. These are the it is having 10 folds higher than the other meat, and it is having good quantity of the B complex group of vitamins. Especially small ruminants meat is rich in iron compared to other species meat. So you can come to value addition. So till now we discussed regarding the what is the importance of the meat and all these things. Interestingly, I will tell something. Lot of the food items are available in the nature. Why we have to consume the meat? This is the question when it comes to the meat. So every individual required protein. Definitely it has to consume through to our body for maintenance of our body, isn't it? So how much protein is required for our body? That is the question. So for maintaining of 1 kg your live weight, 1 gram of the protein, good quality protein is required. If a human individual is having 60 kg live weight, every day we should take minimum 60 grams of a good quality protein. So if you will take the animal originated protein, it is having biological value of 75%. That means every day you need to take 100 grams minimum of a good quality protein for maintaining of a 60 kg human individual. So no other plant originated food is having that much of a good biological value of the protein. Especially some specific amino acids, lysine, threonine, tryptophan, these are abundantly available in the meat only, animal originated protein only. That's why we have to consume the meat regularly. So you can come to value addition. In India, the status of the value addition is very, very, very low because it is less than 10% only. Most of the Indian people, they are always they are thinking, always food, they will not take it is a food, nutritive like that, they will not think. They will attach a lot of the emotions to the food. That is the problem with Indian customer. If any religious days will have, auspicious days will come, they will not take. Because we are Orthodox and we will give more importance to the religious. That's why we will not consume. And also, like that, we are having some inhibitions to consuming value-added meat products, chilled products, frozen products. Our Indian customer always he will believe that he will consume fresh meat only. This is the major obstacle for value addition or processed meat industry. Value is a major problem for obstacle or value-added meat industry. So that's why last 20, 30 years in Indian meat industry, very less it is having value addition. So still, but you can go to world average. Value addition is 60% in world. But in India, it is 10% only. In Western countries, more than 90% it will go to value addition. So the many regions are there for a low level of value addition in India, especially our consumer is preferred for hard meat, and especially lack of awareness among customers about value-added products and exorbitant cost of imported processing machineries. So most of the meat processing machineries are we have to get from the imported, those are very costly, and a lack of trained manpower and lack price, too much of the price also one of the reasons. Sir, in my knowledge concerns, the major obstacle for value addition, meat value addition in India is a lack of education to the consumer. You don't know what is the actual nutritive value of value added meat product. What are the benefits we are going to get by consuming these value added products like that? Because of lack of education. And always he will see that the fresh meat is available on roadside or chicken shop or mutton shop. He will bring and he will cook as a curry and he will consume and he will go. Most of the people, they don't have a minimum nutritive, what is the significance and nutritive value of that value added meat products. That is the main problem. So, but the situation is gradually changing because of affordability, and both your wife and husbands are employees. They don't have, is not getting the any time to cook and all these things. Now the situation is gradually changing. The people are preferring ready to eat and ready to cook value added meat products. So many driving factors are there for value addition of Chevon and mutton in Indian scenario is it is having a considerable proportion of breeders, but out of the stock is there for sales and meat production and meat value addition. And one more driving factor is see Indian condition is till now except poultry, no other in a sheep and goat also very less chances are available for exclusively the animals are rearing for meat purpose. Very less portion of the sheep and goat are there available. Farmers are exclusively they are rearing for meat production. Most of their priorities for rearing of the sheep and goat is differently, either milk production or draught purpose or wool purpose like that. Very less chunks of the sheep and goat they are producing for exclusively for meat production. So in those conditions, they are going to produce in different purposes, and after completion of their productive life cycle, they are sending these spent animals to nearby shanties. Those animals they are coming to the for meat production. These are very much tough and lack of tenderness. This entails different intervention of different technologies. We can make a look for different value-added meat products. Different categories are there: communicated meat products, chewed meat products, fermented meat products, dried meat products, smoked meat products, enrobed meat products, barbecued or grilled or tandoor meat products, and different shelf-stable meat products and pickles also. So, well, let me discuss one by one. Communicated meat products. So, comminution is defined as subdivision of meat particles into a small particle size of the meat products. The degree of comminution or size reduction is differs between different processed meat products. Some chunked meat products are there, some emulsion-based products are there, some restructured products are there. So which type of the machines we are going to use for comminution that will produce different N varieties of the meat products. So different equipments we are using for comminution, including choppers, emulsion meats, flaking machines, and meat mincers, and etc. So meat mincers are commonly used, and these meat grinders or mincers are the first step in combination of processed meat products. So for different comminuted meat products are there in the industry, especially in India. Also, a lot of them are in different supermarkets. These comminuted meat products are there. Selling sausages, hamburgers, and ground mutton, formed portion steaks, meat nuggets, cubed muttons, smoked muttons, and smoked Chevon, corned meat, formed boneless steaks, and restructured meats. And the first step in comminuted meat products is mincing. See, this is the mincer. Just simply we will make into small chunks, and through these mincers we are going to making into ground meat. This is ground meat. So it is the first step that mincing, meat mincing. So next chopper. After making grinding, then we will go for further reduction of the meat particle size. Generally, that meat particle size in the chopped meat, by applying this is a bowl chopper. It is a cost of 3 to 3.5 like imported machines, and it is a rotary bowl chopper. It is consist of 3 to or more curved knives are there. It will cut it will cut and it will shear, and it will reduce the meat particle size very less than 150 microns. So then we will go for production of some emulsion. These are the different meat equipments. It is having our laboratory. This is meat mincer, choppers, sausage for making sausages. This equipment sausage stuffer. This is a vacuum tumbler. It will be used for production of manufacture of restructured meat products. Meat slicer. It will making the meat or meat products into slices. This is vacuum packaging machines. So meat ingredients. So during first step in preparation of this combination is making the emulsion. So different emulsion-based products will be produced with this emulsion. Emulsion is act as a base material for production of nuggets, patties, meatballs, or any type of the N varieties of the products. For making emulsion, different ingredients we have to use. The first is meat, either meat or non-meat ingredients. So different non-meat ingredients. So the purpose of using non-meat ingredients is to increase the economic value of finished products by reduction of manufacturing cost, to improve the processing yields of products, and to enhance the water binding, fat binding, and emulsifying and gelling properties, and to provide the nutritional benefits by lowering the calorific value and etc. And also increasing the protein value. So here we are going to making the meat products by using mutton and Chevon. We are customizing the products as per the consumer needs. That will be useful. So different animal origin non-meat proteins can be used, either milk proteins, surimi like fish proteins, bread proteins, mechanically separated meats, egg proteins, plant proteins, microbial proteins, they are commonly using. When these proteins we are using, these proteins act as emulsifiers in the making of emulsion. So different non-meat proteins from plant sources also commonly using, like soya proteins, different soya flours, vital wheat gluten, textured wheat gluten, corn proteins, pea proteins, and different cotton seed or peanut rapeseed proteins, and rice products, oat fiber. These are commonly used for production of this emulsion. So apart from these protein sources, salt, it used for increasing the taste, and it also solubilizing the meat proteins and increasing the shelf life. These are the three reasons we are going to use this salt in the making emulsion. Next, sweeteners, especially sweeteners, it will increase the flavor of the product. And for curing color flavor, we are going to use nitrites. And to accelerate the curing reaction, we are going to use the ascorbic acid. And for increasing the protein structuring and water binding, we will use different types of the polyphosphates, food-grade polyphosphates, sodium tripolyphosphates, etc. And to increase the shelf life, we will use some chemical preservatives, and to increase the flavor and the shelf life, and to prevention of the oxidation process to extend, thus it will extend the shelf life. We will use different antioxidants we are going to commonly use. Different PHA, BHTA, natural antioxidants like grapeseed extracts commonly using. This monosodium glutamate is also including for enhancement, used for enhancement of the flavor, and some food coloring substances, permitted food coloring substances also we are going to use for preparation of emulsion. So different binders. The main objectives or reasons for using binders or extenders and fillers in the emulsion-based products is to improve the meat batter stability, to improve the water holding capacity, to enhance the structure or texture and flavor, and to reduce the shrinkage during cooking, and to improve the slicing characteristics, and to reduce the formulation cost. The different varieties of the binders we are commonly using. So this is the bowl chopper. Here in this phase, we are adding different ingredients, either meat extenders and fillers and functional products we are commonly using in different phases. So the extensively used extenders and binders in processed meat products are corn protein, whey proteins, oats, rice, sunflower, wheat, potatoes, peanuts, cotton seed, and wheat gluten, etc. And different species, especially spices and seasonings are commonly using for enhance the flavoring and coloring. And these spices and seasonings will act as antioxidants and antibacterial agents also. Spices they are using commonly. So, like whatever our domestic kitchen now we are having, like turmeric and chicken pepper powder, turmeric, spices, and everything commonly, chili powder, coriander powder commonly we are going to use. It is having its own importance for giving good flavor and also it will improve the acceptability and the palatability of the products. So we can take the basic structure, how we are going to making emulsion is that emulsion is defined as a mixture of two immiscible liquids, and one is dispersed phase and another is a continuous phase. Meat is not generally emulsion. By adding extra, the additional oil, meat is having only 2 to 2.5% of the fat. If we are adding 8 to 10% of the fat, we are increasing the fat content more than 10%, and we are converting the meat into emulsion. So that's why it is called pseudo emulsion. The concept of emulsification here, first we are going to reduce the meat particle size, then we have to add different salts, and we have to extract, apply some mechanical process by mincing or chopping, and we will extract some soluble proteins. Then we have to add some spices and condiments and all these things, and we have to make the meat into emulsions. So different principles are there for explaining the emulsion. First, we have to take the muscle fiber, because these muscle fibers will form by mincing and chopping. Previously, I shown the mincers and choppers now. By using these equipments, we have to reduce the meat particle size, and we will add salt and water. Then continuously, we have to go for chopping. During chopping, the salt-soluble proteins is extracting, and it will bind with this externally adding some flours also we are adding, and oil, especially 8 to 10% of the plant originated oil or vegetable originated oil fats we are going to add. It will mix thoroughly, and fat particles will come out and emulsion form. It is a little bit complex phenomena for making the emulsion. During the emulsion, these proteins we are adding, external proteins, this will act as a emulsifiers. So it is connected tissue, and these emulsions, it will form a intense bond. A continuous gel forming emulsion, it is formed here. This is in our laboratory, Tirupati. We produced this emulsion by mixing for mincing by this is bowl chopper. This bowl chopper, we made this emulsion. How this fantastic that binding and color. It is having good color, good binding. This act as a base material for preparation of different products. The meat emulsion, different stages of the meat emulsion. This is bowl chopper. So many different ingredients they are generally using this making emulsion. It is having its own color and its own role for different value-added meat products. So this, by using this emulsion, we are able to prepare sausages, patties, meatballs, very good color. Especially mutton, red meat, is having good myoglobin. That's why it has given a good, fantastic red color. And the meatballs, loaves, nuggets, they are commonly preparing from the produced emulsion. Mutton patties, sausages, and the nuggets and all these things. So the first most of product here, value-added product is after preparation of emulsion, sausages. Sausages is very famous in the world. Most of the restaurants now in India, 3-star or 5-star restaurants, they are offering these sausages at both breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Special dishes they are preparing. A lot of research is undergone, and a lot of the methods and the manufacturing techniques evolved for preparation of these sausages. So first we will take the raw meat and fats, then we will add starters, we will go for combination, then we will go for stuffing into the casings, then we will go for smoking and fermentation, then we will cook and we will chill and we will peel off, then we will pack. This previously I showed in the emulsion. This emulsion we are going to stuff into the animal casings. With these animal casings here, we are using sheep and goat small intestine. We will process the sheep and goat intestines, and we will take out all internal visceral contents, and we will, with the help of submucosal parts of the sheep and goat intestines, we will stuff the emulsion into the intestine. Then we will go for linking. See here, we are going to stuffing here. Yeah. Then we will go for linking. After linking, we will go for cooking. Then we will chill it, and we will take off the peel off. If we will use natural casings, then it is not required for any peeling off. We will consume as such, either cooking or frying. So this is different stages, making emulsion, and then we will prepare these sausages. Next product, here also we prepared in our laboratory. Next product is putties. These putties, we will take the emulsion, just whatever the technique available in our home, domestic home, for preparation of the putties. With the help of take either 15 to 20 grams or 40 grams or 80 grams as per our convenience, we will make into putty with our hand or putty mold, and we will go for either cooking or either deep fat frying. Most of the time, for a healthy diet, we should not go for oil frying. We will go for cooking of meat product in the either hot air oven. Sometimes we will go for, but Indian customer will like for preparation of the product in the deep fat frying. That's why we are cooking, go for frying, and we are going to serving this either meat patties. The internal temperature of the meat patty, it should be good for 80 to 82 degrees centigrade. So in Western countries, this patty is also called burgers, and it is either keema or emulsion. We will make into patty mold, and we will make into frozen the burgers or patties, and we will go for cooking in the hot air oven. This is schematic diagrams of patty. So this is Indian style mutton patties. See how it is color and everything. For especially color, our Indian customer will feel that it is golden yellow color. Golden yellow color is optimum for production of good quality of the meat patties. Next, meat balls. That is in most of the restaurants are offering these meat balls as a keema balls. So either 15 to 20 grams of the meat balls, they are going for cooking either hot water, or also they will go for cooking into the deep fat fry, and they will serve as meat balls. So mutton nuggets, it is most popular product. It is easily convenience meat product. It is that after production of the emulsion, we will fill the emulsion in the stainless steel molds, the rectangular stainless steel molds. Then we will cook into the pressure cooker without applying any visil. Just we are going to cook the product in the steam for a half an hour, 30 to 45 minutes, depending upon the toughness of the muscle. Then we will produce like these meat loaves. See, this is meat loaf. It's got meat loaves. Then after production of these meat loaves, we will go for chilling at a refrigerated temperature for overnight for better sliceability. Then we will go for making into small nuggets, either 4 centimeters and 1.5 centimeter and 1.5 centimeter pieces. Like Mysore pak is there, we are going to cut now in our home. Like that pieces, Mysore pak pieces, we are going to cut this loaf. We will produce the nuggets. This is, we can consume as such, and we can also consume by warming in the microwave oven. Also, we can consume by using this deep fat frying. If we are going to increase the crispiness of this mutton nuggets, we have to dip these raw nuggets in the whole egg liquid. Then we have to roll in the rusk powder. Then again, we have to go for frying. Then crispiness of the nuggets will be increased, and palatability also increased. Next, simply whatever the thing in our idli cooker, we will keep the emulsion in the idli cooker, and we will go for cooking, and we will prepare this meat idli. See, it is very healthy, very healthy. It is not touching oil at anywhere, and it will give good taste and good nutrition. Most of the people is they will like by this meat idlis also, because no oil is there. So it is enrobed eggs. Then we have to go for boiling the eggs. We can take out the peel of the entire shell. Then we will apply this emulsion, mutton emulsion or Chevon emulsion. We will prepare this enrobing like this. We can make it paste on the external surface of the eggs. Then we will go for frying it, and we can consume. It is having a good biological value of both albumin, yolk, and meat and everything. Everything, it is a 100% balanced diet. It is. Next, see, we discussed it now emulsion based meat products. The next committed meat products is restructured meat products. Restructured meat products also very much popular, and especially Indian customer, he is going to like this restructured products very lot, because emulsion products is very smooth and it is very much tender. But the Indian customer habituated to consume meat by chewing and by biting. But this chewing, more chewability is offered this restructured meat. So it is defined as a group of processors that reduce the particle size of the meat to reform the meat particles into a shape that resemble to high value chop, roast, and cuts. So exactly, we are going to restructuring the different low value cuts and to produce a high value steak or roast or chop. So this is important here. What is the advantage of restructured meat is if we are going to fabricate the sheep and goat carcass, we will sell the either leg portion or shoulder portion or line portion in a high value price, and low value neck trimmings are there, long bone trimmings are there. These low value cuts we will convert into restructured meats and we can sell it, and the processor will earn more money. That it will offer this economic value. So the important advantages of meat restructuring is it is transforming the relatively low value carcass parts into products with increased market value, and to create various new products that suit culinary needs in the form of roast, slices, chops, and dices, cubes, and nuggets are practically any shape and size according to government and traditional palates, and it facilitates the food service manager to minimize the wastage and to also to design meat-rich products with the fortifications. So designer meat products can facilitate by using this restructuring technology. So meat is deficient of fiber. If during meat restructuring technology, we may add some fiber ingredients, or we may add some vitamin C, or we may add some more iron, more iodine, whatever the thing, either minerals and vitamins and fortifications can be possible by applying this restructuring technology. So other advantages of restructuring technology, because it is having more chewable value, it is more or less, it is mimic to a fresh meat cut. That's why it will increase the market value. There is a chances of new products development, and better cost accounting is there, and accurate prediction of cooking yield and serving size is there, and programming for nutritive value also can be get by these restructured meat products. So this is the concept of restructuring. This is sheep. This is a low value cuts, trimmings and all these things with application of this. This is the vacuum tumbler. Tumblers and massagings are commonly used for meat restructuring. And this is a massager. Then we will fill this massaged meat or tumbled meat in the stainless steel molds. Then we will go for cooking and we will go for slicing, and like that we can go for different restructured meat slices. So this is the original meat product. Visual appearance of restructured meat. This is the original. It is restructured. See, this product, reconstructed product or restructured product prepared from low value cuts. This is the whole meat, single meat cut. This is different small meat cuts we prepared. Here, by seeing externally itself, we are unable to identify the difference. It is exactly mimicking the original product. This is the advantage of meat restructuring. So different methods are there for restructuring of meat: flaking, farming, chunking, sectioning and farming, and combination of these, either chunking, flaking, and sectioning. So massaging. So this product involves the main, either massagers or tumblers are commonly used for meat restructuring. The main objective of these massagers and tumblers is here to extract the salt-soluble proteins. Meat is having three types of the proteins. That is biofibrillar salt-soluble proteins, sarcoplasmic proteins, and stroma or connective tissue proteins. This the extraction of myofibrillar proteins, it will play a lot of role both in restructuring and emulsification also. It will act as a binding agents in both emulsification and restructuring. So for extraction of these salt-soluble proteins by using these mechanical processing aids, either massagers or tumblers are important. So these massagers involves the frictional energy that resulting from meat pieces to rubbing one meat pieces another during heat generated for friction. So because of that heat generated heat in the meat restructure, in the massaging, that the cellular membranes is going to be dissolved or ruptured. The ruptured cellular membranes release the myofibrillar proteins. The released myofibrillar proteins will mix with salt, polyphosphates, spices, and it will form a turkey exudate. And this turkey exudate during cooking, this turkey exudate will form a cementing material or binding material for binding of two different unknown or uneven or trimmed cuts. So that is the principle or basic principle in massaging. Tumbling. During tumbling also, it is more severe type of physical treatment. It will use impact energy that will extract the myofibrillar proteins, and the extracted proteins will act as a cementing material for binding to meat chinks. That is the principle in tumbling. This is vacuum tumbler. It is in our laboratory. We have vacuum tumbler and massager also. So, a vacuum tumbler, application of vacuum tumbling is greater advantage. It will give greater yield, higher price point, and a reduced direct labor cost, and improved product quality and consistency, and a reduced supply cost, and more production control is there in vacuum tumbling. So different factors is affecting for meat restructuring, that is particle size, ingredients, temperature, different cold set binders, also used for restructuring. So particle size reduction, whole muscle, we are making restructured, wires ground, and finely means. This is the particle size differences. Very clear-cut visual examination. This meat particle size is reduction. Finely means it is in emulsion-based product. Without addition of fat, we will call as meat batters, meat batters. If we are going to add, we are converting the meat batter into emulsion. So this is, we have different, we experimented different meat products. This is, scanning electron microscopic photograms by hand mixing, massaging, previously I explained, tumbling, by application of both vacuum tumbling and massaging. In our laboratory and part of our DST project, we studied what happens actually. We will apply the either mutton or chevon by applying either tumbling and massaging and all these things. So we have taken the scanning electron microscopic images, see myofibrils, how the disintegration of the myofibrils will take place. If application of both vacuum tumbling and massaging, a severe degree of the disintegration is taken place, and more quantity of the myofibrillar proteins extracted, which will act as a good binding agents in restructured products. This is cooked products also. In very intense range of this disintegration of the myofibrillar proteins take place by applying of both vacuum tumbling and massage. A little bit more technical details I am giving there. So these restructured mutton slices, these are developed in National Research Center on Meat and my part of my PhD program. This is different types of the meat pieces. Here we are seeing different types of the meat pieces. Here a turkey exudate. This turkey exudate binded different meat pieces here. This is some cold set binders also we use to produce. These are meat binders. Alginates added restructured mutton slices. This is carraginate added restructured mutton slices. See how we are unable to identify where it is small meat pieces like that. So very tightly, good binding is there in this. This is mutton slices, restructured mutton slices. So another value-added meat product is this meat pickles. See, in meat pickles, all pickling comes under shelf-stable meat products. For the meat is very perishable food products. If we will go for, we require either chilling or refrigeration or freezing facilities. If we will convert into meat pickles, these are, we can store this product at a room temperature, shelf-stable meat products. It is very commonly, very popular in South India for pickling. The same pickling principle they are going to use for making the pickles of mutton or chevon or goat meat. There is no other pieces. Only thing is, first we have to reduce the moisture content in the meat pieces. Then we have to add some acids, either lemon juice, some vinegar. Here the pickling principle is reduction of the moisture and also reduction of the acid. When we are going to reduction of the moisture by applying some pressure cooker, some portion of either 40-45% of the moisture we are going to take out. Then we will reduce the pH of the total pickle solution by either 4.5 to 5. Then because of these two factors, we are going to increase the shelf life of the mutton product at room temperature without using any refrigeration facilities there. So a lot of demand is there. We can go for oil frying. First, we will take the mutton pieces. Then we will go for oil frying. Then we will prepare the pickle gravy separately. And by using different ingredients, what are the routine domestic ingredients we are using, and we will mix the gravy into the mutton pickles, and we will store the room temperature. Lot of demand is there. See, now the cost of a mutton pickle or chivan pickle is more than 1 kg ghee. The people are ready to pay 1,500 to 2,000 rupees for 1 kg mutton pickle or goat meat pickle. And now the ghee cost is 1,000 rupees, 750 to 1,000 or 1,200 rupees only for ghee. It is more costlier. But most of the consumers are ready to pay some because of the more demand. Some local domestic the processor, they are preparing the pickle, they are exporting, sending to Western countries. So most of the people that pickle is very much fancy in Tamil Nadu, Andhra, Telangana, all these states. So smoked mutton and chiva, it is more popular products. This is ancient time also. The people used to hunt the animal. They are going for smoke on the fire. They will smoke the products, either mutton or chiva on the fire, and they are producing the different smoked meat products. And also, so you see why the people are more prefer the smoked meat. Most of the consumer will like the smoky flavor, a slightly burned flavor. So if meat is more slightly burned, most of the acceptability and palatability of the product is increased. When the palatability is increased, acceptability of the products is increased. The smoke is that wood smoke is having a lot of antioxidant components, is antibacterial, antimicrobial components, especially phenols and aldehydes and all these things. These phenols and aldehydes, these components increase the shelf life of the smoked products. So smoke, we have that separate smoke oven is there. This is smoke oven. This smoke oven is having some internal arrangements. From the bottom side, we will expose the smoke, and smoke is enter inside the smoke chamber evenly. Some fans arrangement is there here in smoke oven. This fans arrangements, this fans is uniformly and evenly distribute the generated smoke. And during smoking, the product also going to cook. And three phases are there for smoking. Preheating phase, preheating either 55 to 60 degrees centigrade, the product is preheated. Then smoking, at smoking will take place to 70 to 75 degrees centigrade. Then immediately it is followed by cooking at 85 to 90 degrees centigrade. So during either preheating, smoking, and cooking, the product is get ready for consumption. So most of the smoke applications are there. Smoke applications, they will simply apply the smoky applications on the meat chunks and they are selling. People is very much popular, these smoked meat products also. So these are different steps in a smoked mutton and chicken. So meat kebab. So most of the meat lovers, they will consume meat kebabs. They used to visit some restaurants. Kebabs are different variety. Hyderabad is very famous for different young varieties of the kebabs, different Mughlai dishes, Deccani kebabs. Most popular, very wide popular product is kebabs. If you are going to visit any restaurant, you will see which type of the kebabs are available. What are the special kebabs available to particular restaurants and all these things. It is a very simple dish and it is very tasty, either grilled or roast or stewed dishes, either small or large meat cuts. And this they will go for mincing. They will mince the meat and they will mix the all non-meat ingredients along with spices, and they will fix with some skewers, and they will go for these are the second different steps. They will heat it, either charcoal heating or grilling or tandoori cooking. Whatever the heat applying, they are going to cook and they are going to serve. You see, they are skewers. This is skewers of different, and they will go for cut it and they are serving. This is ready to eat meat product, very much popular, good, nutritious, and healthy. During preparation, these meat products never touched any type of oil. So that's why it is a completely healthy food. So meat soup. So most of the people, it is a soup will act as a appetizer. Whatever the product we are preparing in the meat industry, the leftover small bones are there, or leftover carcass trimmings are there. They will utilize for preparation of meat soup. These carcass trimmings and all these things, bones and all these things. They will prepare the meat soup and they will serve accordingly. It is most popular. This is either mutton soup and all these things. And it is more healthy and more energetic also, this mutton soup. Next, cured meat products. So the curing is a very old technique, or It will act as a both preservative technique and also processing techniques, and especially salt and nitrates and phosphates and sodium ascorbates and sugar. These are 5 chief curing ingredients they are using for curing of the meat. And they see here, they will go for either dry cure or injection or immersion cure. They will mix all the curing ingredients in the water and they will go for injecting like this. And also they will go for immersion like this, and then they will curing immediately. That curing technique after incubation time, immediately it will follow either smoking and drying also. The curing and the smoking and drying is a parallel, it will follow. The most of the people, they will prefer this cured meats, because the cured meat, it is having a typical characteristic pink color that will liked by the most of the consumers. So curing also commonly they will go for value addition. The India is the exported country. Cured meat, it is one of the major product they are exporting, cured meats. So canning, it requires a little bit technology. In this canning operation, they will take the meat components and prepare the meat gravy, and they will wash thoroughly. Then they will go for a rinsing. They will fill into the metallic cans at a 50 to 75%. They will go for a retard cooking or retard packing or cooking. Then the product is cooled to cooked to 130 degrees centigrade or more than 121 degrees centigrade in sterile. Then we will go for hermetically seal the cans. Then they will store it. The all canned products are self-stable. We can store at a room temperature for up to 2 years. Most of these canned products are available, especially most of the fish products and mutton and chicken products are available in Indian markets also. So dried meats, it is very age-old technique, processed value-added products. Drying is done for different purposes, especially for extending the shelf life of the product. It is also a shelf-stable product. At a room temperature, dried meat we can commonly adapt. That room temperature only you can go for storage of the dried meats. It is very widely popular in our Indian, especially our women culture. In age-old age also, they will consume as much as the meat or mutton. Whatever the leftover mutton is there, they will rub this leftover mutton with spices, turmeric, chili powder, salt, and they will go for drying, either sun drying, some solar drying also there, some advanced technology. And they will dry it at 5 to 6 days, and they will make into some chunks, and they will store at room temperature in the earthen pots or something like that. So the raw material may be pre-salted before drying, and pure common salt we are going to use for this drying purpose, and generally 14% salt solution is preferred. Then this salt solution will increase the tenderness also, because it will solubilize the myofibrillar proteins, and the tenderness also increased. Two important drying techniques are there: sun drying and solar drying. The traditional drying method, sun drying, it is characterized by direct solar radiation, and it is natural, and air circulated facilities are there. Generally, it will sun drying will take place 6 to 7 days. At especially this summer, they will practice in most of the rural areas of India, this sun drying. So this is the phenomena they are going for this drying. See, it is nowadays the dried meats are very much popular. Like they are comparing with dried fishes. Dried fishes also. Most of the places dried fishes are available. Dried chickens also available in the supermarkets. So solar drying is another drying technique. More efficiency of drying is there. Is by application of this solar drying. This is also solar drying technique. The ultimate aim is we are going to reduce the moisture content in the meat portion that make unavailable to the growth of microorganisms, reduce the vital activity at either 0.6 to 0.7%. That is the major objective of either drying techniques. So till now we discussed different, we discussed the importance of meat, composition, and all these things. We also discussed different value-added meat products. All these value-added meat products' main objective is to increase the market value and also to increase the opportunities for rural unemployment, and also increase the value to the farmers. So if whatever the thing value-added meat products, value addition to meat, we have to get, we require some entrepreneurship development. Now the people are very much interested to see what is the money is there in this meat processing sector or value added sector. If really money is there, people come to forward and they will establish the small scale processing industries. Especially in our department in Tirupati, we prepared and ICR, that National Meat Research Institute, and CARG Maktoum, IVRI, they are preparing some feasible plans for establishing some small scale value added mutton industries or meat industries that can be easily operated with little or less technology interventions is required. They will train for rural unemployment youth, educated rural unemployment youth, and they are increased how they are going to manufacture and prepare the product, how they are going to market it, how they are going to get earning. If the value-added meat products is established, small-scale entrepreneurship development is there, automatically the more demand is there for animal, sheep and goat farmers. If animals more demand, automatically the processor will give more money to the farmers. In this way, that farmers' livelihood is going to be enhanced. So, it's sustainable demand is there. If the more demand is there, more consumers are more consuming the meat. Sustainable demand is required, and a reasonable return will there for producer. Producer means farmers at a rural level. If producer is getting more remunerative price, automatically their livelihood and their economic condition is increasing. So lot of entrepreneurship development is there. Now more awareness is there for farmers, more awareness is there for consumers, more awareness is there for processors. So if we will establish a connecting link between the producer, processor, and the consumer about the nutritive value, nutritive importance of chicken and mutton, definitely that industry is going to be flourished in future, isn't it? Here in meat sector, not only meat, fresh meat, byproducts, lot of the value is there for byproducts also, especially small ruminants. The blood, intestines, stomach and intestines, it is called in a body in a local terminology, especially head and legs. See, in Andhra Pradesh, especially that boti, 500 rupees for one set of boti from one sheep, 500 rupees. And you can go for head. It is now 800 rupees to 1000 rupees that head is there. 4 legs, it is costing around 400 to 600. By selling either legs, head, blood, and intestine, that processor, especially that mutton shopkeeper, he is getting more than 2000 rupees by using all these byproducts. So a lot of scope is there for market is there for these byproducts also. So a lot of employment is there either for meat industry in India, either directly or indirectly. 50 million people and 5 crore people are getting benefited, and either many of the people are working at full time or part time also. Many of the industries like Licious, Alnasans, and Kabir, they are giving lot of efforts for marketing and popularizing of this mutton and sheep also. And for establishing a small scale meat processing industries like mutton industry, sheep industry, value added meat industry, many financial assistance they are giving, many organizations, especially NABARD and other nationalized banks. If we will go for good bankable proposal, they are giving subsidies and they are also giving loans also. That government of India recently launched a national livestock mission. They are giving the subsidies for establishing for entrepreneurial development and small scale industries also. That Minister of Food Processing Industries, it is also encouraging and giving subsidies for establishing value-added meat products. And the Department of Animal Husbandry and State Animal Husbandry and Dairy Development departments, and even ICAR also giving funds for establishing different value-added meat products plants. So based upon this entire knowledge, I am going to concluding this presentation. Is meat is a nutrient dense food. It is well suited for meeting human nutrition requirement, and it is having a lot of importance in our society, and not only in India and abroad also. It is alleviating in all nutrient deficiencies. So most of the people now that people are advising doctors is after 40 years of age, the people are getting that muscle wearing. For avoiding a muscle wearing, doctors are advising to go a daily meat consumption also. So that meat industry is giving more employment generation. It is having good food security. By implementing all these inputs, farmers is going to get good fetching remunerative prices also for their produce, especially sheep and goat, and a higher returns to sheep and goat farmers will give their livelihood improvement.